heading into the 2022 NFL Draft, Zach and I are looking at some of our favorite rookies here. And today we have Kenny Pickett, quarterback out of Pittsburgh, 6'3", 220 pounds. He's a redshirt senior, 67.2 pass completion in 2021 with over 4,000 passing yards, 42 touchdowns, 7 interceptions. And he did a little bit on the ground, 241 yards, on the ground with 5 touchdowns.
Yeah.
He's a 3-star recruit. Zach, are you in love with this guy or what?
I'm not. Okay, let me start by saying I'm not necessarily in love with any quarterback in this class.
Yes.
However,
I can agree.
I do think Kenny Pickett is the most ready for the NFL quarterback. And I think he probably has the clearest path towards success.
Right.
First off, him being a 3-star recruit, someone messed up. Okay. Someone missed on Kenny Pickett. However, him being a redshirt senior, he has had a ton of time to improve as a quarterback, and he's done that every year. That's something that I've really enjoyed when I've been studying Kenny Pickett, is noticing his improvements year after year. Decent arm strength, good accuracy on his deep balls, surprising mobility. You see Kenny Pickett and you don't realize how mobile he is. I mean, he scored 5 touchdowns on the ground this year, but he's that kind of player you really want in the NFL nowadays, where he has a good arm, good intangibles, but he's also mobile enough to extend a play, to get out of the pocket, to make those off-rhythm throws. So I did really, really enjoy watching his tape. And something that's super important for me when I'm scouting a quarterback is, how did he play against his toughest competition?
Right.
And I think he played pretty well against Clemson and Wake Forest, which was his toughest games this year. So personally, I like him. I mean, there's definitely some weaknesses, but are you on the same page with me?
No, I'm on the same page. Everything you said, I think one of the biggest thing was his deep ball accuracy. I think it's absolutely fantastic. His arm strength is great. There was one play, if I'm not mistaken, he threw from like his 30 to the other 30 or the other 20. Like, it was crazy how strong his arm is. And, you know, I wrote this down in my notes when I was scouting him. I will actually trust him in a 2-minute drill with my team. You know, he has that it factor for me where, like, wow, okay, I can see where everyone's going with this. I can see why he can be successful. And I liked it. I liked it from him, and that's what makes him
There are some things that he does need to work on, right? I mean, one thing I noticed, he throws off his back foot a little bit too often, which leads to some inaccurate passing. Yeah. So I do think that is something that he can fix with good coaching around him.
I agree.
And let's be honest, the ACC wasn't a very good conference this year. So there are some concerns. He had his best year versus one of the ACC's worst years, you know? So a little bit of a concern, but I do think he is the most pro-ready quarterback of anyone in the class.
I do
Not
agree.
the most upside, but the most ready now. When we were comping him to quarterbacks, I think you and I came up with the same comp, and I'm scared to say it because I don't want people angry at us.
It's okay. It's still early.
He's a poor man's Justin Herbert. And let me explain. He's not the same talent as Justin Herbert, but the style of play, the way that he can extend a play, roll out to his right, roll out to his left, and find a wide receiver, make those off-rhythm throws. It reminded us of Justin Herbert. You know, like, that's the quarterback that I saw, honestly.
Yeah, he has the body build. You know, he's 6'3", 220 pounds, and I think that was very similar to when Justin Herbert came into the league, if not a little bit more heavier. Just, when he was running out to the side, you can just see, oh, shit, is that Herbie?
Yeah.
You know?
Let's talk about some teams that we think he could potentially fit in. I do think he's going in the first round. I've heard as early as 6 to the Panthers. What's your dream destination for Pickett for fantasy purposes, for dynasty purposes?
For dynasty purposes, there's two options. One is to your beloved Washington football team, which hopefully will have a good name soon. Okay. And number 2 is the Pittsburgh Steelers. I like everything that's happening there. They still have a lot of talent. We'll see what happens with Juju, Deontay, Najee. You know,
imagine you're Kenny Pickett and you get drafted by the Steelers. You don't have to move. You have Najee, Deontay, Claypool, Pat Freiermuth all around you.
Hey,
I mean, could there have been a better situation for him if he lands up in Pittsburgh?
Or watching the football team, you know, Gibson, Logan Thomas, you know, Terry. There's a lot of talent there.
Curtis, Diami. Yeah, I think Pittsburgh's probably his best location, but I could see him going to the Panthers as well. He's my quarterback 1 on the class. Is he your top quarterback in this class?
He is 1, but he's tied for first.
Okay. And with someone else that we'll talk about later.
Yeah, someone else we will talk about later.
In Superflex rookie drafts, I think he's going to go, it's going to be very volatile. I don't think he gets out of the first, the top 8 picks of a dynasty rookie draft, but some people will be high on him. Some people won't, because a lot of people consider this a weak quarterback class. Where would you ideally want to take him if it was a dynasty superflex rookie draft, Badaki?
That's such a big question. I think it really depends on team, but I think he goes top 6, 7, 8. I like him there. You know, if he does get drafted to Pittsburgh or Washington, I think he can be top 5, top 3 potentially, depending on, you know, your league and your teams.
Yeah, I mean, he could be the 101. That wouldn't be surprising 100%. At all. I think this year there is more volatility than there's ever been in a rookie draft.
I agree.
Let us know in the comments down below. If you love Pickett, if you think we're absolutely stupid, comment, tell us. I mean, as much perspective as people can get on the video as a whole is great. Yeah. But we like Kenny. He's our number 1. What about you?
Yo, what's good? Thanks for watching. We got a lot more videos.
A lot more.
If you want more videos.
Watch it.
You can also subscribe.
Right now.
If you want to.
You need to.
And lastly, don't forget that you can sign up to support the show and get exclusive content by going to patreon.com/fantasylandfam.